Pulling up, shut it down when I'm pulling up. Come around when I'm pulling up.
Hey, bro, they say we live, man.
Hey, we back, brother. We back.
Hey, back again. Another episode, Destined by Design podcast.
Facts, bro. Just blessed to see another one, man.
Yeah, we got to, man. We got to. Hey. What's up with you, though?
Man, I'm good, bro. It's been a blessing. It's been a good week. Celebrating my brother and sis over the weekend. We was all there.
Yeah.
Little man coming, you know what I'm saying, soon. So just seeing the growth in your circle, the growth in this. I tell you, every time I sit back, like I have to, like a reminder, like every week, I just do this thing where I just reflect on all the changes that I see all my circle making. And it put a smile on my face to see growth. Because we could easily, you know what I'm saying, revert to the old us.
Yeah.
We could easily get drifted and dripped out into all this mess that goes on around us. We could easily, you know, drown in it. You know what I'm saying? But we have a bigger goal. Some of us are getting more responsibilities.
Yeah.
But it's just a blessing, bro. Like I can't tell you enough how much I just say, you know, Lord, I thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
You feel me? So it's just always a blessing, man. Like any chance we can get on doing this, it's another chance of showing me that we're doing everything that we said we were going to do.
Yeah, bro. It was a good time being out there seeing you, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had been around your family for a while, man. But to kind of see, you know, the rest of the crew that you shout out and, you know what I'm saying, to kind of really be around that energy and like you said, to see that growth. Because the stories that y'all was telling, I was like, man.
And that's the thing, bro. Like, you know, I ain't gonna get on it too much, but that was a lot of, it was a lot of success in that room. A lot of people in that room was counting out, saying they wouldn't make it past 18, said, you know, they wouldn't really, all their dreams that they wanted to do, they really wouldn't do. Yeah. So just to see us together underneath for one roof, it shows you why we can't always be together. Yeah. But it shows you when we are together, it's a great time.
Y'all hit another level.
Yeah, bro. But it was a celebration. It was a celebration.
Yeah. When you about to bring another life into this world, you know what I mean? It's always a cause for celebration.
Facts, bro. And I'm tired of being at funerals.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
so
because that's a lot of times where people get together and it's usually during the morning. And that's a shame.
And I tell my homeboys and everybody all the time, bro, like, I don't want to tell you how I feel when y'all gone. So for us to come together and just to celebrate, you know, for my brother E, man, that was special. And him and Erica, bro, it was just special, bro.
Shout out to E and Erica, bringing a new life into
for
this
real.
world, bro. That's a big deal, bro.
It is, man. It's a big commitment.
Yeah,
you feel me? And
that's part of growing up, part of growth.
Facts. And it was funny. I'll give you just a little story. I think my mom will probably get a kick out of this. When we was at the store looking for gifts, and I started seeing them prices.
Oh yeah, babies ain't cheap, bro.
I said, damn.
Yeah. Yeah, but he got it.
Yeah. I'm just looking at him like, when did all this stuff get so expensive? You feel me? But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And he ready, man. They ready. You know, it's gonna help them grow and be just even better, you know what I'm saying?
And the only thing we can do is pray for them
and be there,
and be there.
Yeah,
I swear that's the only thing you can do.
Yeah, so it's always good, bro. What's going on with you though, brother?
Brother, I'm chilling, man. I'm blessed. Same old thing. School about to start back up. So
know.
You already know I got to get in my grind mode.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I'm not even gonna hold you, man. I've been a little bit stressed just thinking about it because it's gonna be back to the grind. It's not too much free time, not too much of, you know, just laying around watching Netflix and chilling. Nah, man, we back to the grind, bro.
You know me, bro. Like I ain't gonna tell you shouldn't be stressed, but I tell you like this, like I tell everybody, just look at it as another challenge.
Yeah, that's all I can do. That's all I can do.
And use it as a high and a rush.
Yeah.
Just to as you getting closer and closer, you're going to another level. You feel me? So, you know, I tell people all the time, even though it's going to be overwhelming, you know, the process is going to be a little extra. Sometimes it's not going to be a lot of sleep. Some things that you're used to having time for, you're not going to have time for. Just find the balance and just take it as a challenge and do what you do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's good that you said that because, like, today our topic leads into it. And I want to say we brought it up at least about 3-4 times during this whole process of putting this podcast
It's several
together.
episodes we have brought it
several
up.
episodes we dropped it, but when we talk about the third place, right?
Yeah.
So we talk about a place. First of all, it was a term coined by this urban sociologist. His name is Ray Oldenburg, and so he basically feels that your third place is a place where people can go to relax, be themselves, and to kind of be amongst people, and it's outside of their first place, which is their home, and their second place, which is their place of work or employment. And so when you talk about finding your third place, it's that place where you can fully be yourself. And so I'm not even gonna lie, you know what I mean? When you think about the third place, it's so hard to really, for me anyways, to identify it. What was my third place, for when you're stressed like I am right now?
Okay.
There needs to be a place that I can go.
Yeah, you got to find it, bro.
There needs to be a place that I can go to completely decompress, be myself, and feel comfortable in.
Most definitely.
And I was talking again to my girl last night, and I asked her, "Yo, what's your third place?" And she was like, I don't know. And honestly, that's a response that a lot of people are gonna have, because a lot of people really don't know what's that one place that you can go to be yourself.
Yeah. Just like I told you before, bro. And then it's hard to find a third place when you can't even really know if, what's your first place. Because at times people may say home, but sometimes people, it could be a lot going on at the home that really, you got your kids, you might be married, you might have other responsibilities where you just can't really get a peace of mind. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of times people go into unhappy homes where they're just not happy. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times you have to find that thing, like you said, how you gonna release stress. And I tell you all the time, man, if you're looking for me, 9 times out of 10, I'm at the same. I keep the schedule the same. If I ain't working them jobs, if I ain't home, you know what I'm saying, I'm at the gym.
Yeah. So would you consider the gym your home away from home?
Most definitely. The gym is where I had to reboot and find myself again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I had to really, you would have thought I was really getting ready to get back into sports the way I was in the gym.
Right. Now, was that something that you just like started doing when you first started playing football, or was it something that always like you just fell into?
Man, to keep honest with you, man, when we was growing up, in sports, man, I really didn't even like lifting. Okay. I ain't like working out. Yeah. Got to college, really wasn't feeling it either. You feel what I'm saying? But I feel like this. Sometimes when you're going through things, you have to, like I said, you have to figure out where you want to release that stress. Yeah. And at a time in my life, that's why I said mental check-ins and everything is good, because when your mental is all over, you have to find that place. And I feel like the third place, sometimes you can really put it all together if it's the right place for you, where you can really just think, be you, be free. Yeah. And just go. And at that time, when I was looking for it, the only place I could really do those things was the gym. Now
let me ask you this. So what is it about the gym that makes you feel like that's your third place? Or how did you know that the gym was your third place?
Man, when you're looking in that mirror and you lifting weights, that should give you a rush and a high like never before, bro. Okay. Like I tell you all the time, like in there it's me versus me. So I can't blame nobody in there when I don't get things or I don't achieve certain goals. Right. It's on me. You see what I'm saying? And just how I feel throughout the week when I'm in the gym. Like I haven't been in there since Monday, and like I told you, I feel like my energy's off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So it messes with me, because that's a place where I lay it all out and I can find that clear space. You feel me? When I have certain questions, certain ideas, when it's certain things I know I need to do. And it's funny that we even talking about the third place. Just to revert back real quick, I was talking to a good friend of mine yesterday. She's doing very well in business. She's doing very well. And she was like, all I ever hear you say is how focused and how you hustling. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, and I feel like the third place is when you ever going to just take time for you. You know what I'm saying? Just to relax. And it was crazy. Like I was telling you last time before we was even discussing this, when I do the cigar lounge thing. Yeah, when I'm smoking cigars.
I love it in there.
Yeah, like you just relaxed. You know what I'm saying? It's a cup of coffee, maybe a little bit of something to drink. Yeah. And it's just, just a stoke. Yeah. And you smoke and you just talking amongst.
And you don't even got to know these people. Yeah. A lot of people I go in there, like when I first went out there with you, man, I was kind of, I'm not going to lie, I was a little thrown off because again, it's not a setting where you're going to see a lot of us there, right?
Most definitely.
But when you sit down and then you just start conversing amongst the people, you start to realize, oh, everybody is pretty much.
And what I like about it is just the people you meet, the knowledge you gain. I told you sometimes, man, I used to sit in there and financially, I was thinking about certain moves like stocks and how to save this extra dollar, how to do this. And sometimes, you know, I would just be out there just thinking out loud, and people would be like, you ever looked at this? Just the, you know, the information that they give you. And like I told you, it been times where my man Stan would, like he said, what would he say? Man, I just have to cut my AirPods off because I want to learn about you guys and learn the knowledge that you're bringing, because I would have never thought that. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So just the connections you meet, like you have in there, and just how freely, I'm not going to say women can't come because there's females in there. Yeah. And they vibing. You. Yeah, they vibing it. They vibing in there too. Yeah. Because it's just a chill time music. If it's a game on, the game's on. But that's a place where you could just relax and just, you know, like my people just say, just lay your hair down. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Just lay your hair down. And I feel like that's a place where I've gained a lot of relationships, friendships, and I could just be me, because I really wasn't in the cigar thing at first. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So,
you know what's crazy, man, is you said a few words. And so Ray Oldenburg, again, the person that coined the term third place, he uses the words like relationships and connections. And he says that this is very important. Like, that's what defines a third place, where you have a place where you can go and you can build those connections and build those relationships. And so I think that's like really important for people to like really understand, like, you know. You have to, because think about it. Just 6 months ago, I was like, yo, Wes, I think I'm going to start golfing. And you was like, what the hell is you talking about?
I
remember that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But just because I've learned that, you know, sometimes you got to do some different things, bro. Like, so just the golfing aspect, learning things like that, you know, I had no idea. I thought that was just, you just hit that damn ball and it go.
Well, you ain't never lied,
No, it's
bro.
technique with that. You could be the strongest man. The ball would just, and that's it.
If you hit it.
If you even hit it.
Because I missed. I mean, completely.
Completely. And the relationships and like the connections are just different, understanding different things. Now, the aspects in the gym, sometimes it can really show you who people are. As far as relationships and connection, because I remember one time I had my little cousins in there with me, and they was just, I mean, they would look at me and just tell me straight up they hate me because how I was pushing them. Yeah. But they're not realizing it. It's just a way I'm trying to connect with y'all. I'm trying to get you to understand, you know, as you becoming a young man, you got to push through some things. So you could use your third place too to also be a place where how you know, building relationships, but also showing people how to, you know, this is why you really here. Why do you come to these places? You feel me? Yeah. So,
but you know, I'm glad you said that, because you know, you can't always just assume that your third place is gonna be their third place. They probably hate you because their third place will never be the gym.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I've been trying to get my sister there for years. You know what I'm saying? But that's just not her thing. Yeah. She do the nutrition. She do the walking. She ain't really fooling with gyms.
You know what's crazy is when I was having that conversation last night, and when I thought about it, and then I did some more research on the topic. You know, your third place doesn't necessarily have to be any one location. It doesn't have to be within like a coffee shop or a cigar lounge or a gym. Yeah. I felt like, you know, especially during the course of this pandemic, my third place was outside walking. And it's just your oneness that makes you feel the most comfortable. And don't get me wrong, I know it's kind of you know, it's kind of contradictory for what we're saying about building relationships and connections and things like that. Definitely. But you can build a connection with nature. You know what I mean? It's about where you feel the most comfortable at. And honestly, bro, when I was walking and I was getting my mind together, I was never more clear than when I was walking and just processing.
Bro, tell me about it. I don't know if you remember, but back in 2019, bro, I was walking 10 miles a day.
Yeah, I remember you hit me, and I was like, nah, boy, I tap out around 3, 4, 5. You know what I'm saying? 5 on a good day.
I was walking 10 miles, maybe 2 to 3 times a week. Yeah. And that was just on the strip of just because, like you said, just that one understanding nature, and it's just you, and just how, you know, you could just put it like just the thinking and the thought process of just being out there, you just walking. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never really understood why people did it. Yeah. But I definitely, after doing it myself, I definitely got it. You know, it's not easy. Yeah. It's a thing, but just how I felt afterwards.
And you know what's funny is most people that walk, and I'm pretty sure like if we had some people on in there, or we took a poll and asked, why do you walk? A lot of times it's not for exercise. It's for thinking. That's how people clear process.
Mind. Right. Yeah, trying to figure it out. Most definitely. No, you're telling the truth with that.
And I honestly, like, you know, obviously like the main reason why I was walking was to get my exercise in and my steps in and things of that nature. But there were times where I had already did a home workout, you know what I mean? And I was like, nope, still got to go walk because I got stuff to think about, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think sometimes, man, I think finding the third place, it might even afraid people. It might scare people.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is because when you do when you do find that third place and you really start realizing a lot, and you like I said, you're free.
Yeah.
You're trying to connect and things like that. But sometimes people do like the ruckus. You know what I'm saying? Let's change the topic a little bit. Sometimes they do like, not being able to, because when you deal with things, man, it's tough. Because like I said, like when you're trying to find that clear space and you realizing a lot, then you got to deal with those things.
Oh yeah, once you become aware, you become responsible for how you
can't blame nobody else.
No, you can't blame nobody else. So once you get that clear mind, that clear space, and you kind of, again, like you said, when you're in the gym and you looking at yourself in the mirror, that's essentially what happens when you get that clear space. You see yourself so much more clear. That's
what I'm saying. And I'm like, just being a kid growing up, I used to hear my mom always just be like asking my father, why you out there? Why you doing that? And that was his way of just getting away. Like, older folks really, they ain't going to find their third place. But sometimes their third place could just be sitting on the deck to themselves, crossing their legs and just processing. Think about it. Think about you growing up, with your grandma. She might have a spot where she was in the house where that was her room. You didn't really step foot in there. Like my grandfather, he had a back room. You didn't go back there at certain times because that was just the way where they just processed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we have to remember, like I said, I think I talked about it our last one, breaking generation curses. This is new to a lot of people. So when you're explaining the third place to somebody that, used to doing things their own way, it's good to even get feedback from them, because now I'm just thinking about it. Like, I just watch my pop now, like he sits in the basement or the garage, but he got his me time. And it's crazy because sometimes that's all it takes. That might just be your third place. Just, and he's figured that, going to those places that's where I get my time. My mom, that's not her. She needs everybody's time.
Right.
You feel me? And some people are like that though, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I ask him all the time, like, yo, Pop, do you ever just tell Mom I just need my moment? And he's so used to it though, it doesn't bother him.
Right.
You feel me? But that's a different generation. You see what I'm saying? Like, it would be hard for me to be like, yo, Pop, what's your third place? Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So
Boogie's gonna be like, man, I just go downstairs.
See what I'm saying? So, but I think for our generation and the generation underneath of us, they really have to understand this. And because, it's like you're getting tested with so many different things, bro. Like, I tell my friends all the time, if the gym ain't your thing, just find something.
You got to find it.
Yeah.
I think that's what Ray Oldenburg was saying. He was like, in order for you to find your first place, you kind of have to try different things. So it may not be the gym. Yeah. But it may be something that just gives you a sense of joy. And so you might have to go sit in a coffee shop. And not saying that you got to spark up conversation with a complete stranger or anything. But what you're really finding is you're trying to get a feeling of what brings you the most comfort and the most peace of what makes you feel comfortable.
No, facts.
Because I'm be honest with you, man. Like, if you hadn't invited me out to that cigar lounge, I that would have never been a place that I ever would have stepped into and felt like, oh, I could really, as they say, let my hair down in here and relax and just chill. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I think it's interesting that you brought up generations. So you saying that your pop, and I imagine somebody like my mom too, they don't necessarily have what we would consider a third place. They would just go out on the deck or go out or
porch,
whatever,
all that,
that stuff like that, old school stuff.
Yeah, old school, yeah.
But it's funny, during my research, I found that millennials and people that are from our generation, their third place is now virtual. Because it's about building community. And so they're saying that, group chats and Snapchat and Instagram, like places where you can really, they got this Clubhouse things.
Yeah, I'm on it. Yeah. That's my thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's my thing.
It's places like that. But for me, it's kind of weird because I think Ray Oldenburg, he even said it. He said that the most effective places are the physical places, but he could understand why people use virtual settings to be their third place, because it does give them that sense of community where they can connect with others, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think And like you said, beginning, it ain't just about the gym. The virtual thing is good. During the last year, 2020, it was a lot of FaceTime meetings. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want. I feel like I tell you, and we talked about this. I think we get too stuck on that though.
Yeah.
You know, we get too stuck on the virtual, the social medias. It's like, what's wrong with going for a walk? You feel what I'm saying? I think we got this too close.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's best just to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I get what he's saying, but I think we back at a time where we got to let that go because it's just too many distractions. And I don't know if you can really get all you want in your third place with this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for me, it's nothing like human connection. For example, like I'll use my family as an example. So during the course of the pandemic, me and my cousins, my first cousins, we figured that we would try to get our family back on course by gathering and meeting. And so obviously with the pandemic and us being in different locations, I'm here in Virginia, they're there in New Haven, some is in New Jersey, things of that nature. So we use Zoom. And so that kind of started our conversation and our relationship building. But once we got the opportunity to finally meet up, bro, that's when you really felt that love and connection. And it was instant, bro, because there's nothing like being able to put my arms around my cousin and saying, yo, I love you, man. Like I missed you, things of that nature. Like things that you can't really express through a virtual setting.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, we use this sometimes to save us. But like you said, when y'all linked, it was just a natural. It was a different vibe, a different energy. So that's what I'm saying. That has to have, you know what I'm saying? It had to happen for you to really believe that, are we really taking strides to be better? Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So I definitely agree with you on that. I'm just starting to realize, I think I told my sister the other day, this is really, I never realized how much a distraction that shit can be.
Oh, you ain't know?
Because I was in denial myself.
Oh yeah.
You know, I was one of them people like, I don't got it, and then I'm every day.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
that's most people addiction, and they don't even know
and don't even realize it. So, and I peep it sometimes, man. Like when I'm trying to get ready for this podcast, and I'm trying to, and it's funny because it's what I'm really about to tell on myself. When I'm trying to get ready for the podcast and what we're going to talk about, and just trying to play it in my head, because like I said, we don't really write things down. We really just trying to put it together. But I realize when I'm in the gym or I'm in the cigar lounge prior to coming to do this, it clicks.
Got you.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But when I don't do that and I'm into this, I'm responding back to texts, I'm responding back to things, I'm doing this.
Right. You all over the place.
Yeah, did they just call me?
Mind
you know
all over the world. Yeah, you can't even get it together,
you see what I'm saying? So I feel like sometimes, man, like, I know what people are saying, like my man said it could be, but I just think that human connection, just doing things that way is just better.
Yeah, because look, the true fact is that the millennials, they're losing their ability for true human interaction and connection. Like they really don't know how to do it. So right now, most people, especially like the younger generation, they're meeting people online. That's their thing.
Them dating apps is booming.
They're booming, and I'm
sliding them DMs. You know how
exactly,
you know,
bro. You know what's crazy, man? It was like I can't even say last year. It's maybe like 2 years ago. I was out at a comedy club, and one of the comedians were just asking like different couples that were sitting up front, "Where did you meet him? Where did you meet him?" Bro, I swear it was like 9 out of 10 of the couples met on the dating app, bro. And it was the same dating app too. That junk was crazy. I was like, yo, this is really what the world has come to, where there's no more just meeting somebody out at a random coffee shop and pulling up or things of that nature. Like a lot of people are resorting to just using virtual forms of communication, like to just link in and have a decent human connection. And that's why, like, you know, when you don't have the ability to just connect to a human, you start losing all the ability to kind of do other things. Like that's why all these young boys, they be on the internet arguing with each other. Though they don't argue face to face. That's why they be just trying to shoot at each other. That's a lot of social media thugs. I feel you, but they don't even have conflict resolution skills.
Fake users and all that. Just
I feel you. So yeah, it always like interests me, like how crazy it was, like the way the world is going and how people just don't. And they don't know how to connect.
And just to speak on like the relationship thing, like you said with the comedy show, how you was like, whoa, all these people. And I think sometimes, man, like when you don't have that connection, the like that real one-on-one meeting, it's hard to really see. I think we're going to talk about it on the episode that we're about to drop, is the red flags.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because I can say anything to you through a chat, through a DM, through a text. I could tell you anything, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I could tell you anything. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong, because sometimes maybe people do find true love, you know what I'm saying, as the time goes on. I just think we need to get back to the old love.
Let me ask you a question, and this is kind of staring back to the conversation of the third place. Do you believe that it's possible to find the person that you're supposed to be with long term in your third place? Because it's always interesting when I bring up the third place to people, and I usually bring it up with the mistake that people make about finding a relationship in the third place.
I mean, if you in the gym, I'm probably fall in love with you on sight. Right. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing that and you smoking a cigar, whew, that's a strong woman in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? I think it's cool, but you have to be careful too, because what if it don't work out? Right. Is that still going to be your third place?
That's always been my argument, because what a lot of people don't fail to realize is that your third place is always subject to change. Yeah. Right? Because for right now, your third place is the gym. But what about CC when he turns 50 years old? Is 50-year-old, 60-year-old CC, is that still going to be his third place?
Ain't no way in hell I'm going to be in the gym still.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm taking way more walks.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So the thing is you got to be, the third place is where you yourself personal get it together, but I personally don't feel like it should be the place that you try to build long-term relationships, because that's always subject to change.
Yeah, it changes, and I think it changes with time.
It does change with time.
Where you at in your life?
Because somebody's third place may literally, genuinely be the club when they're a teenager, or they may be in their 20s. But when you get 30, 40, your third place ain't going to be the club. Yeah, and then if you still with somebody whose third place is still the club, that can cause a little bit of rift.
Yeah, well, if you still in the club at 30 and 40, then
you got deeper.
We just, I see you when I see you.
Yeah, bro. I'm sure.
You know what I'm saying? But that is true. I think it changes with time. Where you're at in your life, what are you trying to do? At this moment, you know, the gym is the third place. The cigar lounge ain't going nowhere. I feel you. But the gym, it will change with time. I will say this though, when I do see couples in there working out, you know what I'm saying, it seems like it's just they're building. Yeah. As another way to get to understand just how to push each other too. No doubt. You know what I'm saying? When things get tough, you know, sometimes like, I don't want to go. No, we got to go. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a consistency thing. Yeah. It shows you, we got to be consistent. We said we're going to do something, so let's stick with it. Yeah. So I think you can use it in your advantage, but it could be disadvantages too, because if it doesn't work. I think you can, man, because if we were going back to the last podcast that we did that we're going to drop, you know, I believe the second need of a man is his recreational companionship. And so you guys have to have certain things in common. Like that's the glue. That's how you hold it together. So if you see a couple working out together, or even a couple going to church together and stuff like that, like that's all love. But what if that one person decides, nah, I'm done with the gym, or I'm done going to church? Like that's a tough one.
That's tough.
And I feel like, and this is why I say, you know, just to get off topic a little bit, that's why I'm saying you really have to build. You can't rush. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because if they have to understand, like, so if this is something that you like, you know, I have to understand it's something that we say we're going to do together. We have to stick with it. But you got to understand at the time, too, things do change. Kids come. Work opportunities come. That's true. Things change. But that's why I say it don't have to be the gym. You can go on walks. Yeah. You could do hikes. Yeah. You could do little things. Like even if you just go to the court, you know, I know cats to take their shorties because they used to play ball, shoot around and shit, like things like that. It don't got to be the gym lifting weights and all that. You know what I'm saying? It could be other things, activities. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's ways to do things. You just got to know how to spice it up yourself. Exactly. You feel me? It come down, you know what I'm saying, to you too. Can't put everything on her. Yeah. You feel me? So.
Yeah, but I think it's like super important just for the person. Like, before you try to figure out, you know, ways to kind of build with your significant other, bro, like, I think it's really just important that the individual finds where they can find their peace first. You know, going back to just their original, like, find your third place.
That is true, too. You know what I'm saying? I can't find theirs until I find mine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even my job to help you find theirs.
Yeah.
They have to understand that. You know what I'm saying? I think, like I told you, I really think, it come a time like it's like a choice. And I think, and I don't know why I keep going back to this. Some people just have the fear of finding it. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody says they want peace and happiness. But, it seems like they still complaining when they find their peace and happiness. You feel what I'm saying? So you just have to know what you're asking yourself for.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because once you get it,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't question it.
Yeah, the work comes once you find that third place, because you're gonna be your most sound mentally. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And there's gonna be a lot of things that start to change and occur when you find it.
And that's the crazy part about it, bro. Like, and I said, since me really locking into those third places, this is when I've actually seen the best versions of me. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to, you have to embrace it too, because it's really now that you're working on it and you're finding your peace, your happiness, you got to work even harder how to keep it.
Yeah, for sure.
You feel me?
For sure.
And sometimes you can easily make that same mistake and go back and lose it all because, you know what I'm saying, you really ain't worked on what you said you was going to work on.
What's interesting, I just thought about it, is that I feel like once people really start to realize and find their third place, all the things that we've talked about in our podcast thus far all start to come into play. Like, once you find your third place, you start to find what's my why. You start to find out what's your worth. You start to find out the person that you're supposed to be with, and then you can also find out, what the hell? What are the generational curses that are plaguing my family? Everything that's deep down and ingrained, like that's in the back of your mind, start to come to the forefront, and you become aware. And at that point, that's when you can start making the necessary changes.
And the fact that you just said that makes everything even make more sense. If you've been listening from day one, even if you haven't, go back and listen.
Please.
Everything, like you said, when you're really working on yourself, it's like you're putting all these steps into place to help you deal and to help you push and move forward in life. And the thing about it is sometimes people want to skip steps. You feel what I'm saying? And the fact that we've basically given a blueprint, you know what I'm saying, of our life experiences, of things we had to do to get to where we at now. So just for you to even say that shows that, we have given you the proper steps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now it's up for you to
it's really come to you. And like somebody told me the other day, like, D, it's no more like, y'all doing what y'all doing, wrapping up your season 1 soon. Like, anybody that listen cannot say they did not get some type of he used it as medicine. They, You know what I'm saying? They got medicine to heal. Yeah. Because y'all was spitting shit that a lot of people are scared to even talk about. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? And he was like, a lot of times people can't find their why. And it's funny that you even said that, because I didn't even think, like, we didn't even talk about what my man said. Like, a lot of people can't find their why. Yeah. A lot of people are even terrified to even jump on generation curses. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even understand to do a mental check-in.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? Because they don't even know how to deal with themselves.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to take from each one and put it together to make the whole situation. You feel me?
Makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? Makes sense. And I feel like when you really want change, you have to sometimes take the dab from all the things we've given. You know what I'm saying? But it's going, as time goes on, we're going to be more influential, But like I said, like you saying that, it was wild. Yeah. But we've given you the blueprint. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying?
And now it's up to y'all to just apply it, man.
Yeah.
Hey, the main reason why we put this podcast together is because we want to encourage people to become the best versions of themselves, right?
Just be better, man.
And so at the end of the day, like, that's what we've been giving you. We've been giving you a way to kind of connect with yourself, connect with the people that mean the most to you. And then to find yourself, so to speak, because you'll never know how you can make yourself better until you find out, where am I presently right now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we just talked about it today, how you can actually find that place where you can get all those answers.
Because the worst thing you ever want to see is when your homeboys be 36, 37, talking about what am I going to do?
Oh, bro, I mean, what's I ain't gonna call nobody out, but shit.
But you feel what I'm saying? Like, and this is the thing, we've had more than enough examples. I know me and my circle, me and you, we've had way more than enough examples of how we don't want to be. Yeah. It just come to time, all right, it's time to lock in. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that way. I don't want to go that way. I did that enough. Played those games. You know what I'm saying? So I don't ever want somebody that's around me and be like, I don't know what to do next.
Yeah.
You wasn't just watching what I've been doing for like the last 3 to 5 years, bro.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So, nah, definitely, bro. Like, nah, that's really hit home how we just broke that down, though. Because if you really been paying attention, you have seen the gradual steps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
You know what's crazy, man, is if I had to think about it, and it's wild that I think my third place is right here on the podcast, bro.
And it's crazy because I was
here.
Yo, somebody told me this is how you're telling your story.
Yeah, it's where I feel the most comfortable, man. Like
Yeah.
when I hit record and say, "Hey, bro, we live." Hey, bro, we live, man.
And if you ever peek my face, I'd be like, "They say we here, bro."
Yeah, bro, we here.
But for the longest thing, bro, public speaking was a fear of mine.
I remember.
You know what I'm saying? I could not. I remember in college, I think I was in Kansas at Highland Community College, and I took a public speaking class, bro, and I swear we had to get up there for like 2 minutes. And, bro, I would get in front of the class
2 minutes,
and
bro.
just be dripping of sweat.
Wow,
and just
bro.
be like, you know what I'm saying? In
Yeah.
high school, I had an English teacher by the name of Miss Griffin. She used to try to push me to just, talk more, you know, tap into things more, read more, open up, you know what I'm saying? And I was terrified of it.
Yeah.
Now, shit, you put me in front of a room.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Lights, camera, action.
Hey,
Let's do it.
and I don't, you know what I'm saying? And it's just because I want, the job is, the goal is to really, I'm not trying to touch and help everybody. But if just one, take it.
That's all I care about.
You know what I'm saying? Just one.
Yeah.
You're not, everybody's not going to be able to be received from me. But if I could just get one.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So now it's just a difference. But the third place definitely is this podcast. And I never, it's a place where, you could just be you.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody going to judge you. Can't.
He said we're going to keep it up. We're going to keep it a buck,
but, you know what I'm
100.
saying? Either you like it or you don't. But this is our way of expressing and doing what we do to help others. And,
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Help ourselves.
Yeah, for sure.
So, nah, you definitely right with that, brother.
Yeah, bro.
Nah, you definitely right.
Listen, man, we ain't gonna prolong it. Listen, man, if y'all haven't already subscribed to the channel, man, subscribe to the channel and also follow us on Instagram at Destined by Design Podcast. Y'all already know a lot of stuff coming, man. Trust me, man. We winding up. We're winding down to the first season, man. And second season gonna be bananas, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you,
man. Like my brother said, hey, please, if you can, subscribe, follow on IG. We got some things coming, bro. Like, just when we get to talking, it gets me excited. But I'm not even going to hold you. We going to just show you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't got no more for him, brother. I'm C.
Hey, bro, I'm West, man. We love y'all, man. Peace.
Pulling up,